Good morning, Knicks fans. What's up, everybody? I'm Danny B. It's the morning drive. We're talking Knicks. Salute, Knicks Nation. It's Friday. We made it, and we ended it on a high note. Knicks got the win last night at MSG against the Heat. 106-104 was the final score. And I put a tweet out after the game asking what topics you guys want to talk about. What do you want to hear about on the morning drive? And we got some good feedback. So I want to jump into some of those topics. One of which that came up a lot was RJ. RJ's bounce back game, right? After a flat game against the Lakers earlier in the week, I thought he came out aggressive. And for me, the aggressiveness is big with RJ. The more aggressive he is, the better he is. You know, when he's attacking nonstop, good things happen. But you got to attack with your head up. And you saw him do that last night. He was getting doubled. He read it. He got rid of the ball. He was reading and reacting inside the paint very well, making some nice moves to finish at the bucket, finding guys as the double was coming, as he was driving inside. Thought he played very heads up. The extra effort was there on his part. Great bounce back game from RJ. 30 points last night in the win was a big reason that we were able to help pull it out, right? Randle gets named to his second All-Star team last night before the game. 2 out of 3 years with the Knicks. Big time. He had 23, 10, and 6 last night. Helped, obviously, get this win. Extra effort is there on his part all the time. He said something post-game that I wanted to highlight, and that was Johnny Bryant said something to him where he said, listen, you know, the body language that you play with sometimes, the negativity, the frustration, you know, it doesn't go unnoticed. It's infectious as well as your good energy. And, you know, if you took a step back, you know, took a look at yourself, if you played with somebody like that on your team, how frustrating would that be? Would you want to play with them? You know, and he took a look in the mirror and he had to say no. I mean, who would, right? We talked about that a lot earlier in the season. And, you know, people want change to happen overnight, and it doesn't happen that way. It takes time. And we're watching it happen with Randle right now in real time. So kudos to him for taking the accountability, recognizing it, and working on it, because that's huge, you know, huge. So, again, second effort from Randle is always there. And you talk about second effort, extra effort, you got to talk about Hartenstein. This 2-week stretch that he's had has really been great. I feel like he's found ways to impact the game. And that's what we've been talking about with him, right? We've been screaming bench production. We need more from the bench. Well, these last 2 weeks, we've really been getting it. And it started with the IQ. IQ really stepped up his production off the bench. He really was consistently starting to get 18 to 20 points. We know his defense has been there, obviously, all season long. On ball, off ball, point of attack. Just the extra energy, the reads that he's so smart on defense. He knows what's happening. He tells other guys on his team what's happening. And that's so big, and it's leading, and it's infecting others. You know, Hartenstein has been really feeding off of that so big. You know, the chemistry between IQ and Hart has been growing so much in the last couple of weeks. You see them working well with rolls, give and goes in the paint, and I feel like it's just that energy. That energy is infectious. So Hart, he's been big. Last night, he again 8 and 10 for him. Just the positioning, his mental, I feel like it's just been so much better. So as long as that continues, it's only going to help. That's for sure. Let's keep on rolling with the bench, though, right? Let's talk Obi a little bit. Came back from the injury, struggled to find himself to get back into a rhythm. The last few games, I think he's slowly starting to get into a rhythm game to game. You know, the pace and the energy that he brings obviously is always big. Last night, very big. You know, Heat were going on a 19-2 run late in the game. His energy helped break that, right? Zone was getting thrown at us. Obi says, no problem, I'm going to hang out at the foul line. Just hit me with the ball. Pulls up a jumper, no problem. Little things like that, you know what I mean? Like, you'd think that would be such an easy solution to the zone, but clearly it's not. But hopefully he does a little bit more of that. Obi, I think he had a great game. Just got to see it continue. Deuce, you know, you see him dominate in the G League, and you want that to translate in the NBA, you know, and I think slowly you're starting to see that also. His defense, that is the reason that he's in the rotation, and, you know, I think the confidence that's giving him is slowly leading to more offensive production. He hit 2 big threes last night, one of them off a nice Randle find when Randle was getting doubled late in the game, so that's going to be huge. The other thing I wanted to talk about real quick before I wrap this morning drive up is the sloppiness and the inbounds late in games, right? And I think a big piece of it is what we're drawing up beforehand, right? Tibbs, ATOs, things like that. It's like, I think we're trying to follow what he's doing to a T too much, right? And so say the play's drawn up, right? Let's look at RJ last night. His last turnover, inbounding the ball late in the fourth, right? He's trying to get it into Randle. Randle's covered at the top of the perimeter by Bam. Bam is the tallest guy on the Heat on the court at the moment. But RJ's glued to Randle. He's not looking anywhere else. So there's nothing else open, but he still continues to end up throwing it into Randle over Bam. Bam, obviously being way taller, had the better positioning, gets the ball, and it's a turnover. So I'm looking at this like, why is he so stuck on throwing it to Randle? Maybe because it's the play that was called up. Maybe it's because he doesn't want to go against that. I don't know. But it's like at some point, you have to read and react. You see that Randle's not giving you nothing. IQ, I'm surprised he didn't recognize that. Move a little bit more to the middle and give RJ an option. You know, so maybe it's the rigidness that they're trying to follow to a T, and they really need to read and react a little bit more. Loosen up a little bit, right? Stop being so tight in these moments. And I think that's where you see these turnovers happen, right? The sloppiness comes from. So that's what I got on that. Like I said, ending the week on a high note. We got to continue though. We got the Clippers tomorrow night. I'll be at the game. I'm sure I'll put out some clips and some footage from there. Otherwise, I'll be back early next week. I hope you guys have a great weekend. Stay well. I know everybody's getting sick right now, so make sure you stay healthy. Take care of yourself, and I'll catch you soon. I'm out. Peace.